Brave New World by Aldous Huxley is a dystopian novel set in a futuristic world where technology and conditioning have eliminated traditional values and individuality. The story revolves around several characters who are forced to navigate this oppressive society, ultimately questioning the nature of humanity and the price of a utopian existence. The novel is set in London, in the year 2540. Society is divided into 5 castes, with alphas being the highest and epsilons being the lowest. The citizens are genetically engineered and conditioned from birth to fulfill specific roles and live harmoniously in a world controlled by the world state. The government uses various techniques, such as hypnopedia, sleep teaching, and conditioning through Pavlovian methods, to mold its citizens into obedient individuals who accept their assigned positions without question. The protagonist, Bernard Marx, is an alpha male who feels alienated and discontented with his role in society. Despite his intelligence and physical attributes, Bernard feels like an outsider and seeks to understand the meaning of individuality and true happiness. He becomes infatuated with Lenina Crown, a young woman conditioned to embrace the hedonistic lifestyle of limitless promiscuity and pleasure. Bernard's world is disrupted when he and Lenina travel to the Savage Reservation, a place where people live in a primitive manner with traditional values intact. Here, they encounter John, a young man raised by a woman from the world state who became pregnant after being inadvertently left behind on a visit. John is an outsider to both societies, as he embodies values such as love, literature, and individualism. Alongside John is his mother, Linda, who represents the failure of the world state's ideals and the consequences of not conforming to their norms. As Bernard brings John and Linda back to London, they become a spectacle for the citizens who are amazed by the savage lifestyle they witness. However, the novelty soon wears off, and John becomes disillusioned by the shallow and superficial society he finds himself in. Despite his initial admiration for Lenina, he rejects her advances, as John believes in the sanctity of love and refuses to participate in the promiscuity celebrated by the citizens of the world state. Ultimately, societal tensions escalate, and John's rebellion against the world state reaches its climax when he protests against the state's distribution of soma, a drug used to dull emotions and maintain societal control. The government's response is to broadcast a form of hypnotic and emotion-evoking movie, essentially turning John's protest into an entertainment spectacle that captivates and pacifies the masses. In the end, John's resistance fails, and he finds solace in self-imposed exile, living a solitary existence outside of London. Meanwhile, Bernard, who initially sympathized with John, ultimately succumbs to the lure of conforming to society. The novel ends on a contemplative note, questioning the true value of a perfect utopia at the expense of individual freedom and genuine human connection. Brave New World serves as a critique of a world driven by consumerism, superficial pleasure, and the loss of individuality. Huxley's depiction of a highly controlled society raises important questions about the dangers of sacrificing personal freedoms and emotions for the sake of stability and uniformity. Overall, the novel challenges readers to reflect on the essence of what it means to be human and the significance of pursuing truth, beauty, and individuality in the face of societal pressures.